of Ben in his element.
My name's Ben, and I've been climbing since college, which is probably 45 years on and off now. I live not far away, about a quarter of an hour on my bicycle, so I come down here quite a lot, keep the place tidy and look after it. And I guess over the years I've learnt lots of little tricks about looking after it, about fixing T-nuts and other bits and pieces. That suits me. I'm not much of a setter. I mean, I have done a little bit, but I'm really slow at it, and it's not, there's people that are much better, so I'll leave them to do that, and I do the maintenance stuff. There used to be an original stick-up rocks on the wall a bit further along the bike path, and that got taken down. There was a bit of fuss about that from the climbing community that used it. And then, because it's next to the Parks Victoria office, they got involved, and the Victorian Climbing Club got involved, and I was on the committee then. I'm still on the committee of the Victorian Climbing Club. And then there was a big process of finding the place, getting wall designs, getting it all signed off from Transurban and from the water people, because it gets flooded. So that took a couple of years or more, and then it was a volunteer build. We got a grant from Transurban, we got help from Parks Victoria, got volunteer climbers as the workforce, and Burnley got built. So it got opened in 2006.
My name's Karina. I've been climbing for about 10 years now. I studied a Cert 4 in outdoor recreation, and we had a 2-week trip to Mount Arapiles where we got taught how to safely set up top rope setups, and I just fell in love with it. This weekend was my first time head setting here. I loved it. I had so much fun. I feel really proud of the work that we've put in this weekend. I think everyone did an incredible job, and I hope everyone really likes the climbs that we put up.
My name is Evan, and I've been climbing for about 20 years now, I think. Wow. Yeah. I started out climbing at Burnley because it was free and I was young and broke. I just think it's a really nice place to rock climb. I like, it's really different to going to the gym. You're still outside. It feels a bit more like you're rock climbing. And I think I don't really see that Burnley will ever turn into a modern gym style climbing location. I think it's always gonna be a bit more driven by people who climb outdoors and spend a lot of time climbing outdoors and, looking for rocks and putting new stuff up and that kind of thing. So I like that. I like that style of climbing, and I like that it has a kind of old school vibe. I would say the most memorable Burnley days for me were the periods when we were allowed to be open during the pandemic, and immediately prior to that we decided to chuck up a spray wall, which we'd never had down here before, and we were like, I don't know, are people gonna like this? Are people gonna use it? And obviously, as coincidence had it, it was the perfect time for a free spray wall. And I remember coming down here when most of Melbourne's climbing community was down here at the same time, and it was just really nice, mainly because everything else during that period was shut down and none of the gyms were open, and so Burnley was the place. Setting at Burnley doesn't work without Ben. He only does the terrible jobs. So anytime there's like anytime there's spinners and things break and need to be fixed and the process is arduous and difficult, Ben will be there plugging away and doing that job, which just makes it 1,000 times easier to come down here and set, because you don't have to bother yourself with thinking about it. You can be like, I got a spinner there, I'll leave it, Ben will fix it, I'll come back, and it'll just be fixed. So definitely shout out to Ben. Burnley tends to throw up the same sorts of problems when you're setting, so if you've been here a while, you get used to it. You have like cunning ways to extract, you know, threaded bolts or T-nuts that are pulling through the wall, or they're chewed out, or all those sorts of things. Whoever's watching this video, never become a root setter. Just end up fixing T-nuts. Usually I am in for the full 3-day stint, and so I help with all the stripping of the holds and painting walls, but I was working this Friday, so everyone else did the hard labour for me, and all I had to do was come down and set, which is a bit luxurious if I'm honest.
You're speaking to whoever's out there, you know, what do you want people to try?
Everything. Try everything. You never know, you might surprise yourself. Things that look hard could submit more easily than you suspect. Yeah.
Setting was fun. I'm new to it, so it was a big learning process, and they ended up changing everything anyway, so.
But overall, it was such a fun day, and I had so much fun and a lot of experience from the other people and learning lessons. It's been good. I only popped by one day. I didn't have too much time off, so it was nice to be able to poke my head in, do the kind of testing and tweaking on some other climbs, be a lab rat a little bit today. And it was only meant to be here for like an hour, but accidentally stayed for 7 or so, which always tends to happen. But yeah.
I love the place. Like, yeah, it holds a special place in my heart. Good old Burnley. Yeah, it's not for everyone, but I personally like the bit of a dingy vibe.
I don't know, we're very lucky to have it. I mean, this place under the underpass, it's a strange and unique place. By the harbour, under the road, hidden away in plain sight, because we're right by the bike path. So, yeah, it's a good spot.